Hopefully, maybe I'll be able to upload some pictures of me working on the truck, changing the alternator. So, changed the alternator, did one more flush, and here we are, 2023, October, and now I'm doing this test. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this has really given me some confidence. I've been sitting here talking to my phone, to you guys. In the future, I guess, we'll be watching this. I am gonna try and give it one more lap. It's been idling all this time. My theory is everything is getting hot. Engine is getting hot. Transmission is getting hot. I'm gonna mess that word up. Viscosity. The viscosity levels of the transmission oil, I would like to believe, is going to change based on heat. Obviously, I've been driving it throughout this video. I'm going to give it one more lap. I'm going to take that risk and see what happens. And you guys going to witness it in real time. So here we go. Putting it in drive. It's engaging. I feel as if it wants to move. She's moving. With so far so good, no slipping. There's some whining noises, but that's the power steering. Something is happening with the power steering fluid. Either there is a leak of some sort. I don't see any evidence on the floor, but I think there is a leak with the power steering system. So I have been doing flushes with that as well. So I'm fully aware of the whining noise associated with the power steering. So I'm fully aware of that distinct whining noise. So I know it's not the transmission. I think from the first video, I thought that whining noise was the transmission. The previous owner thought the whining noise was from the transmission. And fortunately for me, at least, turns out it wasn't. Which kind of gave me some hope as well. But here we are, guys. You're witnessing it. I'm gonna step into it a little bit. I don't want to go too fast. Clearly I'm in a parking lot. Guys, I don't know. I want to celebrate. I want to be really happy right now, but I'm trying to be indifferent. I'm trying to be impartial. I'm trying to reserve my judgment, but I'm conflicted. I am happy, but confused at the same time. I just don't know what this means. Guys, I started at 171,833,000 miles. I've driven it for 2 miles. Again, not at high speeds, at low RPMs. The highest RPM I've ever brought it up to was about 2,800 maybe. I don't want to lead people on. I really don't. I don't want anybody watching this thinking, yeah, let me go buy a Nissan Murano and do a whole bunch of flush and send it down a highway. Please, I don't want... I hope I'm not misleading anybody into thinking that this is an official fix. You know what I mean? I've taken my version of calculated risk, and those risks could have ended catastrophically. You know, the first flush I did, and I was able to drive it for a full day, that did not have to pan out the way that it did. Like, imagine if I was driving around a corner and I had a major slip. You know, that could have been catastrophic. Not being able to avoid an accident, all that kind of stuff. So please let's get this straight. I'm not in any way celebrating this because, again, I'm being honest. I don't know what this means. All right? This isn't a proper test yet. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know if I should be admitting this, but the vehicle as it is has wink wink, very limited insurance, let's put it that way. So I need to get some proper insurance so that I can legally have it on the road. It's still registered, everything else is up to date, and hopefully the next video will be me driving it throughout the town, maybe on the highway. Maybe I'll be able to celebrate 1,000 miles after a flush. Now I also need to check the levels because I'm not sure I had topped it off at the right level. I think I had drained a little bit more than 5 quarts and I only replaced it with exactly 5 quarts. So I need to check the levels, make sure that it's at whatever the appropriate level is. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate your support from the first video. I see people commenting and saying, hey, make some more Nissan Murano videos. That'd be cool. There's some simple stuff I can attend to. You know, for those who have the tools and so forth, changing an engine mount here and there is not complicated. So there are some simple things I can do, and if I have the time, which is not a luxury for me, I'll make a few videos here and there. I didn't give a proper, what you want to call it, what do you call those videos? Walk around of the truck, you know, interior. I can't show you what the interior looks like right now because it's a hot mess. Well, here's something I can show if you guys might find this fancy. It has a form of double moon roof, if that's what it, whatever they want to call this. Sunroof, moon roof, it's in 2 places. People have mixed views and thoughts about this kind of thing, but you can't deny this is pretty cool. Look at this. Watch. 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 See? In 2 spots. Guys, I had to buy it. Like, that's cool. I bought the thing for, what, $1,500? That's cool. That's a cool feature. Leather interior. It's a tan. I'm not a fan of the tan, but guys, the previous owner seemed to have been an old couple. I don't know if that means anything, but this car, the interior is very nice. The tan is very clean. There's like literally no severe cracks in the leather, on the seat. There's that kind of stuff, which is somewhat normal, but it's clean. Now, see, this is what inside looks like. That's the brand CVT fluid that I used. This is some trim that belongs, I think, in the engine bay. That's the power steering fluid I've been experimenting with. That's a bucket that I've been using to drain. I've used multiple buckets, or pans of some sort. Here's the brand from at AutoZone, or not AutoZone, Advanced Auto. See, fully synthetic continuous variable transmission fluid. And this is rated for the trucks like these. I think it needs to be, see, it says Nissan NS2. Again, they don't recommend, Nissan doesn't recommend using anything but their dealership grade Nissan branded fluid. I took a gamble because it was affordable. I don't have money like that. I don't have it to waste. I don't even really have it to experiment with, to be honest, which is exactly why it took me so long to make videos like this. Whatever you want to call it, radio, like, this all works really well. This all works well, guys. Everything works well. The heat, the air condition, like, next to flawless. The backup camera works. Let me show you. See? So, just giving you a quick view on why I took the gamble on this truck. It does have seemingly some nice things going on. Buying a vehicle for $1,500 that's both beautiful on the inside, outside. There's no indication of severe engine damage. Like, it revs really nice. I've done the test drive. I took that gamble on $1,500, right? My theory is this. Even if I spent $4,500 to replace a transmission, which will come with warranty from what I've understood, I think most of them said that they'll give a warranty for a year. Some said 2 years. Some said up to 150,000 miles, I think it was. Some didn't provide warranty. I've even spoken to guys who claim that they can do like a partial rebuild, and they will guarantee like 1 year. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. I spoke to some guys who say they'll do, they told me that they used the word rebuild. I don't know if they're being honest. I don't know if they're lying. That's the word they told me, that they could do a partial rebuild and guarantee me 1 year warranty. If anything happens in that period, carry it back. They'll do whatever to get me going again. That would have cost about $2,200 or $2,500, right? But my theory is this: to spend $4,500 to replace a transmission with 2 years warranty after paying $1,500 for a truck for a grand total of $6,000, for me, that might not be such a bad investment. And here's why. It goes back to personal life choices, right? One, do I want to finance a vehicle, spend years paying it off? Vehicles will develop problems. That's one viewpoint. Or do I gamble on $6,000 and hope it works out? I think it's worth the consideration. They're not bad trucks. They're not ugly trucks. They're very functional. From what I've heard from various friends, people who are into Nissan trucks especially, that have the all-wheel drive system, I've heard very good things about their all-wheel drive system. They're apparently highly rated, especially in older model Nissan trucks. Pathfinders, for example. Like, I've heard very good reviews about their all-wheel drive system. So here we go. I've selected the lowest gear. I never did that before, so let's see what happens. Of course, the lower gear will raise the RPM up a bit higher. So I'm barely on the throttle, and the RPMs will jump up above 2,000. It wants to go almost up to 3,000. Logically speaking, the lower gear, higher compression rate means more heat. So I think with the engine idling all this time, and with all these laps I've been doing, it's all a part of the test, right? Okay, I'm gonna give it some higher. I'm gonna give it more throttle. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna park her up and go to work. Actually, I got stuff to do. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you'll see an update very soon.